name is Roy Cornwall. It is 8:40 in the morning of March the 30th, 2024. I just got up. I've had an interesting couple of days, and I just want to run it by you guys and see how you feel. Maybe you could leave a comment in the comment sections. Okay. Anybody watch my channel knows that I've had this direct interaction with God Himself has spoken to me, and I spoke back to Him. Jesus Christ has spoken to me, and I spoke back to Him. I've seen Jesus Christ, and I've seen the Holy Ghost speak to Jesus Christ about me. These are interactions that maybe 1 in 10,000 people have, and that includes pastors of any church, people walking on the street that walk around thinking they know. I just want to say this, that all the pastors everywhere, and including this gentleman I'm going to talk about here in a minute, they only know what they've been told. And those people only know what they've been told. And things change so much if you tell them so. This person tells that person tells that person. By the time it gets around back to this person again, that story's changed. So I'm not trying to be a pastor. I'm just another guy like you or girl that's had a special, who's had miraculous events happen to them. I didn't ask for any of this. The Lord in heaven has put me on this path. So I feel I owe it to the Lord to tell that story that happened with me. Now, I'm almost 100% disabled. My shoulders are done. My belly's done. I can barely walk. So, somebody came to help me from another church. The church was in Ottawa. It's the Ottawa church I'm talking about here now. And, how am I going to say this? This man comes to help me with my groceries once a month. And, he's been helping me for, let me see, about 5 or 6 years now. All of a sudden the last time he came, all of a sudden now he's really mad at me. So I'm sort of probing him to find out, why are you mad at me? I don't know this for sure because he never really said. But he did say that I'm trying to be a pastor, and I'm not trying to be a pastor. Do I look like a pastor? Do I talk about the Bible? Pastors talk about only the Bible, and I don't talk about the Bible. I'm not a pastor. But yet he's seen my web channel and doesn't agree with some of the things I've said. Though I have first-hand knowledge, and he's just walking around with his hands facing upward. He's not getting, he doesn't have any interaction with the Trinity at all. And he's jealous. He's mad. He's jealous. He tried to hurt my feelings here. He tried to hurt me. So I started thinking, I said, well, does this fella and his pastor both hate the Catholic religion and everybody in there won't talk to them and try to hurt them? How about the Protestant religion? Does he go out of his way to hurt their feelings and try to attack them? No. He respects their religion and the way they think about it. But me, I'm a bad man because I told the right thing about God. You know, if he only knew me, he would know that I'm not going to change my way for him or anybody else. The Lord has put me on this path, and I'm going to follow it through. Um, I've not had any flack from anybody but this guy. He doesn't like it because he feels he knows more about religion than I do. But yet he doesn't know the voice of the Holy Ghost. He doesn't know what Jesus Christ's voice sounds like or God's. He's had no interaction with these three, which means he's not walking the path of the Lord. He's not walking every day with the Lord in his life. Now, I'm just going to say this. I pay this man every time he comes down. I pay him $40 to come down and take me to the grocery store and back. So I'm paying him for that. He's my employee for that, right? Now, this guy, I've treated him like gold, absolute gold. I've given him so much stuff, it's ridiculous. Everything from a complete impact set, compressor and everything, to an electric bicycle that's worth about $3,500. Perfect, works great. I mean, there's other things. There's a lot of stuff I've given this fella, right? Because I like him, I'm hooked up with the Lord, I'm going to give. Now, I don't want any of that stuff back. But I'm wondering why all of a sudden now, he's this. I've even left everything I have here in my apartment to him. The only thing I asked him was if I die, was to try to help find a place for my Rusty, my cat I have. The only thing I love on this planet. So the other day he comes here, he's madder than you know what. He says things to me, he smiles, he goes, like, I've hurt you, yeah? I heard you did, right? This guy, he's not hooked up with the Lord at all. He's not doing the Lord's work. And so he blames me. He attacks me. He's literally attacking me now. So I gave him keys to my apartment in case I get in the hospital. He can come and take care of Rusty for me. No. He gave me the keys back. Yeah, I'm not going to let him hurt my feelings. My feelings are not hurt, and I don't hate him. Because I don't hate anybody. But that's how shallow this fella is. Rather than just say, no, I can't help you anymore, and go, he's going to stick around and try to hurt me. So, all this comes from his pastor. His pastor's telling him to do this. This is the same fellow that believes everything he hears on the TV. He believes Trump's Hitler, and he believes everything the pastor's telling him, that I'm Hitler now. See, any pastor that tells someone to hate somebody because the pastor hates them, right? Well, that's wrong. Pastors don't have the luxury to throw around hate. If they do, they're not doing the Lord's work. They don't walk with the Lord. They don't understand the Lord. And they're willing to attack anybody who goes against the grain of what they're trying to do. They're trying to preach the Bible. I don't preach the Bible. I've not read one word of the Bible. Everything on this channel comes from my direct interaction with the Trinity. Something this fella, the pastor, and everybody in that church have not had. So they hate me. They feel I'm trying to become a pastor. I'm not. I'm telling you straight to your faces, I'm not trying to be a pastor. I'm just a regular guy like you who's been blessed enough by the Lord to hear his voice and to see Jesus Christ. I mean, he thinks I'm lying just to elevate myself up, but I'm not. I'm telling the truth, and I won't stop telling the truth no matter what he does. No matter. So Beware of a pastor who will use hate to control you. He wants to control you. You don't control your flock. If they come, it's on their own mission, not because you're threatening them. Okay? This is, I've been tasked by the Lord to do this as far as I'm concerned. And I'm not going to stop doing this. I'm going to keep telling my interactions with the Lord. I don't care if they go against the Bible or not. I don't care. So, I'm not asking to be part of a church. I'm not asking at all. I don't want to be part of the Ottawa church. But yet he's coming for me. So, the two of them. This fella, which I'm not going to give you his name, because you're probably going to give him flack. And I don't want any hate to go anywhere. If there's hate involved with it, I won't be involved with it. Two ladies across the hall screaming at each other. They want me to get on one side or the other, and I won't. I won't. I won't be involved with this fella's petty squabbles with me. I won't be a part of that. I won't feed into that. If he doesn't want to come and help me, that's up to him. This is another fella. This fella that helps me with my groceries. He told me straight to my face. He says, "I'm not helping you with your groceries because I love you and you're my fellow man. I'm doing this because I want to make points with the big guy." So he's trying to bribe God to like him more by doing good deeds for him. And the Lord doesn't need good deeds for him. He doesn't need you to bribe him. "Oh, you'll love me more if I do this," right? No, no. God's love is absolute. It's unconditional. It's there. This is the same fellow that told me baptism doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean anything. And that's not true either. When you get baptized, when you're a baby, you can't say to yourself, "I want to follow the Lord," because you're a little baby. But your parents put you on the side of God. There's the side of God, and then there's Adam, who bit into the apple. And if you don't get baptized, you get put into the camp of Adam. If you do get baptized, you're put into the side of God. And you're on a holding pattern until you can consciously say to yourself, "I want to follow the Lord, I'll go get baptized." So I got baptized at 63 years old. This old fella dripping with water got baptized at 63 years old. I was told at the time by a very nice man that I respect completely, that I'd never forget, never regret it. And I haven't. That was the start. That was the start of all my interactions with the Trinity. Now, ask yourself one question. If you heard God's voice, a loud booming voice in your head, and you know it was God. If you saw Jesus Christ and heard him talk to you and also talk to the Holy Ghost, which I saw the Holy Ghost, would you be able to keep your mouth shut? No, you wouldn't. So, this same fella, tried to commit suicide because he got so low. His self-esteem is so low for himself. He didn't think anything of himself. And why is his self-esteem so low? Because he doesn't walk with the Lord correctly. He thinks he does, but he's making multiple mistakes. And the Lord's not going to make... I'm a happy guy because I am walking with the Lord and I understand properly. When you don't understand properly, you don't end up being happy. How many times have you heard a rich man not being happy? Because happiness has got nothing to do with money or churches or anything else. It's all got to do with how you think of the Lord. You remember that. So, I've got nothing. I'm about to lose a friend because of this. But I'm still a happy man. I feel fine. I don't feel like I've done anything wrong. And I'm not going to take this from this guy much more. I'll have to cut him loose. It's not my say. But everybody's got a Holy Ghost. And you've got to protect the Holy Ghost. Now, This is a lot of people don't understand this. You can't stab a Holy Ghost and kill him. You can't punch him in the teeth. But what you can do is offend him to the point he's crying in tears. That's not a right thing to do. You've got to protect your Holy Ghost like he's a child. You don't put him in front of people swearing or smoking and drinking and fighting. You don't dump on a friend that's been absolutely good with you 100% and treated you like royalty. Then you turn around and treat him like garbage. Shame on you. The shame is on you, not me. So, if you have an episode with the Lord, don't take a back seat to anybody. You'll have first-hand knowledge. And first-hand knowledge is better than being told what to think. This has bothered me because now I'm about to lose a friend because he's stupid. He doesn't know the Lord. And I hate to say that, Lord, and I'm sorry for saying that, but I don't know any other word for it. He thinks he knows everything about the Bible. And that's fine. You go ahead. I'm not talking about the Bible. I'm talking about God. He didn't like the part where I said people go to the church to learn the Bible. They don't know the Lord. And he's a perfect example of this. He sort of knows the Bible, goes to church once a week. The church takes his money, and he goes home all happy. Well, I'm not here to interfere with that. If you don't want to tune into my channel, don't tune in. Stay in your own little world. But that's not a correct world. And this is why I tell people now. I'm talking to the people, maybe not the people who go to churches, but the people who want to go to church but don't want to get involved with all that headache. My mother told me when I was about 5 years old, and my parents were deciding whether I was going to go to church or not. My dad's at work, and my mom comes to me, she says, Roy, there's nothing wrong with religion. She said it twice. She said, there's nothing wrong with religion. She said, it's the people who destroy it. And that's exactly what I'm experiencing now. So if they want to fight, we'll fight. But I'll defend what I've said to you guys with my life. What I've said is the truth. So help me God. And I won't back down from that. So I fully expect him to see this episode and not even show up next month so I can get my groceries. I'm going to go hungry here because I believe in the Lord. The Lord's tasked me on this. The Lord hasn't tasked him on anything. He just wants him to be nice. This fella, he lied to me. All of a sudden he stopped picking the phone up to me. So I confronted him about it. He says, oh, the creditors are after me, right? I phoned this guy for 5 years prior to this. Every time he picked it up. He knows my phone number, right? He knows my phone number. All of a sudden now he's not picking up, so I leave a message, right, on his answering machine. And he doesn't get the message. He doesn't call me back. That's not creditors, him not calling me back. That's him. So he's lied to me. And I live in an apartment. I had a jigsaw with hacksaw blades and wood blades. And I said to him, look, I'll give you this jigsaw. It was a Makita. It was a really good one. I said, if you can go and get me a $10 or $15 handsaw, I'll give you this. So I gave him that. Never did get the saw. When you make an agreement with somebody and you don't follow through, that's called stealing. So he's lied to me. He's stolen from me. He's now bad-mouthing me. He's attacking me. He gave me my keys back. He's not going to look after Rusty if something happens to me. And he figures he's hurting me. He's not hurting me. He's hurting himself. And you know why? Because the Lord's going to ask him what happened with Roy. And why didn't you help him? Why didn't you help him for the right reasons? You don't help him to make points with God. You help him because he's your fellow man and you love him, and that's the message that the Lord wants you to get. That you just completely overlook and forget. I'm a little bit upset right now, and I don't know if I'm going to go any further with this, but the Lord has tasked me, and I won't stop doing what I'm going to do. And every interaction that happens to me, I'm going to put on YouTube and see how you guys feel about it. I'm not lying. God is kind. There's no fear of the Lord. There's no fear of the Lord. If you believe in the Lord in the correct way, there's no fear of the Lord. He's not gonna. He'll be there for you. He saved my life multiple times, multiple times. So I suggest that if you're wondering whether you should go to a church or not, that you should tune into this channel and tune in all of the episodes I have about the Lord, all of them. And then make your mind up whether you want to go to the church and pay money. Oh, and by the way, this church in Ottawa, they're asking their congregation for $20,000, $20,000 every month to keep that place open. $20,000. Or you could just tune in to me for free, and I'll give you the correct information about the Lord, where they won't. They won't tell you anything directly about the Lord or how to contact Him or what His voice sounds like, or the 9 things that you should do to try to makes it able for the Lord to talk to you. Because He's not going to talk to you if you don't believe in Him. He's going to say this guy's going to run right to a psychiatrist because he's hearing voices in his head. But if you do these 9 things, the Lord knows you're strong enough spiritually to be able to hear Him and talk to Him without doing any harm to me. And that's what He did. So I feel justified. I feel supported by the Lord, and I can't help what other people think or do. Not my responsibility. I only am involved with what I think and what I do. And I'll never, ever betray the Lord, not in death, not in anything, certainly not in this. So anybody knows me, when I say something, I mean it. I don't say it. I don't say it just off the cuff to get off of a problem. I tell the truth, whether it benefits me or not. And in this case, it's not going to benefit me. He's going to leave me behind driving the groceries, right? So, okay, I'll deal with that. The Lord is always, I have no fear. Because the Lord is always there for me. He always has been and He always will be. So, if you have any problems with religion or even a church or just understanding, tune in. Now, I'm sorry, I've got to ask this. If you found any of this enlightening at all, please would you click the like and subscribe so that you get my next episodes. If you don't like and subscribe, which is only a click for you, you're not going to be charged anything, or you're not going to be asked to do anything past that point. All it does is put my channel on the side. And when something new, the bell will ring, and you can tune in. So yeah, if you could just give me a like and a subscribe, so that YouTube will put my videos out for people to hear. I didn't do that in the past, and it cost me. I was only getting like 3 and 4 hits because it wasn't going out. So please, if you could like and subscribe, I'd very much appreciate that. Everyone be safe. There's a flu going around. Be safe. Take care of yourself. Mentally, you have to work your brain just like you work your bicep. If you don't Work your bicep, it dwindles away to nothing and you can't lift nothing. But the same thing with your brain. You have to work your brain or your brain isn't going to work right for you, especially in your older years. So everybody stay kind to stay strong to be kind. If you're weak and sick in the hospital, you can't help somebody. And that's the thing in life, you want to help as many people as you can. So, like and subscribe, please. Blessings, everyone. Bye bye.